Planet Dolan. What car invention basically guarantees your car will smell like sewage? What is the Ford Nucleon, and why might we still see it? From portable cooking to straight up animal abuse, here are 10 of the worst things ever invented for cars. How's it going? I'm Danger Dolan. I'm here to decipher some random things I found on the internet the other day that I think you might be interested in.
Number 10.
The toilet car seat. Okay, admittedly, sometimes you have those long car trips where you get caught in traffic and you just really need to go. Well, to solve that problem, someone thought the best idea was to make your car seat into a toilet seat. It's honestly a perfect solution, as long as you don't think about the things like how you get your pants down while you're driving, or what happens if you need to look down, away from the road, to aim, or the fact that the entire car now smells like piss.
Number 9.
The Seatbelt Interlock system. This was actually an invention mandated by the United States government for a short time in the 1970s. The idea was to link your seatbelt and your car's starter, such that the car would not start if the seatbelt wasn't fastened. To keep people from circumventing it, it required a process. Open door, sit down, then fasten seatbelt and start car. This was to prevent people from simply keeping the seatbelt fastened and sitting on top of it. But the sensors that determined that process were not entirely consistent, so it ended up keeping a lot of people from being able to start their cars for no reason.
Number 8.
Running board sack. You know those times when you need to bring your pet with you on a road trip, but you hate them? So not only do you not want them in the car, you want them to be in a constant state of panic and in danger of being smashed by any vehicle that passes a little too close. Oh wait, that actually doesn't sound like you, because you don't like torturing animals. Well then this 1930s running board pet sack probably wouldn't have been for you. Luckily it doesn't appear it was for anyone. Except maybe this goat.
Number 7.
The Ford Nucleon. This is a car we might still see in the future. Never made it past the concept stage in the 1950s because it is, as you've likely guessed, a nuclear-powered car. Oddly enough, the reason this idea never came to be isn't because of the potential threat of people driving a bunch of nuclear reactors around, it's because the technology still doesn't exist to miniaturize the reactor, but still output enough power to offset its weight. Still, the idea of random reckless drivers on the highway having uranium cores in their engines doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Number 6.
Steering wheel table. Some people are working tirelessly to reduce the rate of distracted driving, others are giving you a tray table for your steering wheel. Now obviously, the intention here is you use this little tray table for eating in your car while you are stopped and not driving. But you know, if people are dumb enough to text and drive, they're dumb enough to use this. If that wasn't bad enough, some of these are also built as laptop desks.
Number 5.
The InCar Microwave. There's no denying that microwaves are pretty convenient. You hit a few buttons, wait a few minutes, your food's hot, it's great. So great in fact, somebody decided it was important for you to have one in your car. This is another one where it makes a little more sense if you imagine it being used when the car is stopped. But people are dumb. So of course it's going to be used by the guy doing 100 on the highway who can't wait to burn his mouth on a hot pocket.
Number 4.
Built-in record players. The desire to listen to music in your car is apparently almost as old as cars themselves. Unfortunately, the technology required to make that happen hasn't always been up to par. In the 1950s and 60s, a number of automobile makers attempted an in-car record player. The thing about record players is that they require a flat surface, so the needle can graze across the surface. That didn't work great on bumpy car rides, so they made the needles heavier, so they dig into the vinyl records a little better, preventing skipping. Not only did it not prevent the skipping, it also ruined every disc they touched.
Number 3.
Automatic seatbelts. It seems like every time they try to link seatbelts up automatically with other car functions, it goes really poorly. In the 1980s and 90s, automatic seatbelts came into being. Basically, they couldn't trust people to buckle their own seatbelts, so they made one to automatically slide in front of you when you shut the car door. Several problems with this. First, they would just straight up choke people at times when they triggered. They were difficult or impossible to adjust, which means if you're short, it may well have gone over your neck or head instead of your chest. And they were completely incompatible with side airbags once they were introduced, which is the main reason automatic seatbelts were pretty much gone by the mid-90s.
Number 2.
Rain detecting wipers. Auto manufacturers have been trying to get automatic rain sensing windshield wipers in their cars for decades. Previous attempts have resulted in wipers that either don't trigger when it's raining or do trigger when it's not. In short, the sensors weren't very good, and all the previous attempts at automatic wipers have been scrapped. Newer approaches to the technology might actually make it feasible, but ultimately it's a lot of effort to keep you from having to turn your wipers on yourself by slightly moving your hand.
Number 1.
The 12-volt oven and pizza maker. Okay, listen, there are some questions you need to answer. How important is it for you to have pizza? Like right now. How important is it that you can actually cook it yourself in an oven in the passenger seat of your car? Is this significantly easier, tastier, or more cost effective than just grabbing a goddamn pizza from the place down the street? Maybe the argument here is that you can use this while camping, but if you're making a tiny pizza in a car-operated toaster oven on a camping trip, maybe you're missing the point of camping. What? Did you know that we have a countdown book featuring some of our best scripts on sale now? Links down below for the physical and ebook versions. That is it for this countdown. Have a good one!